towards Inferno. That is going to be our opening playground here. The Mongols, it's looked like such a good map for them recently. They are 4 for 4 every time they have played it within the last couple of months, which is exactly what you want to hear. They want to keep that 100% win streak up here against Lynn to kickstart the series in the lower bracket final.
Alrighty, looking forward to getting into this one, man. Should be a good matchup. Like I say, very different teams, I think, in the way that they approach things. But you have made a good point that Lynn are very adaptable within the moment. We'll see how they adapt to this one, I suppose. You know, whether they do indeed bring their gameplay down to be aggressive, or if they kind of stick with it. I guess it depends on what ends up working in the early stage of the map. Bit of utility brought up here by the Mongols. Julie's out. Well, that CT side, of course. 3 on B. Not sure that they will see too much action. It does seem like a very wide default here from the Mongols, though. Everyone digging in, looking for some info, trying to find a frag, and Mzinho has done it to open up on A.
The youngster going to kickstart things. 16 years of age in Mzinho. Opening kill will come forward. They're going to start looking towards A. They speed up a little bit. They're going to catch them off guard. And they will. Because Geo falls to the hands of Mzinho again. Starry, nice shot. Blitz gets plucked out of the sky, but an instant trade will come through. And unfortunately, Amelia left all alone. And honestly, at this point, it wouldn't even be the worst thing in the world just to keep hold of the half armor and the Julies.
Yeah, you might as well, right? Trying to see if anything comes his way, really. But nobody given the peak so far. Yeah, even on a slightly more aggressive move, it does seem wanting to get into the mixer here. Bit of pre-fire, sorry. Not really coming off, though. I don't know. This is not the save we wanted, is it, Neo? Going to go down a little needlessly in the end, but, you know, what are you really going to get done? They're probably going to eco here. You know, your Julies might net you a kill in the next round. It's neither here nor there. Ultimately, a really clean pistol from the Mongols.
Yeah, you know, in the grand scheme of things, it won't make a big difference anyway. There's going to be head armor in towards the next round regardless. Amelia was trying to hold to see whether, you know, they can make it a little bit more expensive. It's not to be. So, is what it is. That's how we like to call it. Mongols, nice start to the map, though. Very clean pistol. And, of course, young Mzinho stepping up really, really well. 3 kills to his name. Making it look pretty easy. Only the 1 casualty, too. Plenty of money to speak with. A little bit of a... Okay, I'm going to say, it was a fundamental... At the start there, it was looking like they're going double Mac 10 and just upgraded pistols, which still felt like a bit of a risk. Thankfully, they do bring out the rifles. You've got a double Galil to work with and an AK, of course, as well. So, pretty clean buy. This is the sort of buy that the Mongols like as well, even in gun rounds. We saw a lot of the time yesterday against New Happy. The amount of half-buy eco rounds that were converted of the Mongols was insane. Zaka's dropped out. Okay, so we're gonna get round reset here. We've had this debate. We've had this this argument once before already in playoffs.
Goodness,
thankfully, there's no damage being taken, so we're all good. We're gonna get round reset here. Zaka seems to have DC'd, but we can kind of bring things back and contextualize this game a little bit. Looking yesterday, of course, against New Happy, Ancient. Now went the way, of course, of the Mongols. It was a weird map. Honestly, more eco and half-buy rounds were converted than gun rounds. And that's not a guess, that's a fact. It was the actual case. More half-buy or ecos were converted than actual gun rounds. And that, for me, was a very worrying sign for New Happy, but also a very positive sign for the Mongols. They play a very good setup and a different style of play when they come in towards these... slightly lesser buys. Not really saying this is a lesser buy. Of course, they're against pistols. But once this sort of Mac 10 Galil buy gets brought onto his next round, Lynn are going to have rifles out. You still really can't count them out. You can't undersell it and think, okay, you know, Lynn should take it. They've got the better firepower out. Because the Mongols look really scary on those rounds. They step up the tempo. They get in your face. They try and make that CT side feel very uncomfortable. That's probably what we'd expect coming out of the Mongol side going forward. They are very effective on them. Hopefully, it looks like Zaka is back in the server, so just get a little match medic going, a little round reset, and then we can get things back underway.
Shouldn't be too complicated here. There's obviously not too much that's really gone on. Nothing was bored up by the CT side, etc. So, you know, it's not going to take too much time to get going. I think just want to make sure that Zaka is comfortable. And that looks to be the case.
All right. So seems okay. I think we have been given confirmation that a round reset will be coming through. So expected. So okay. Zach is back in immediately. A crash here or two, as long as just the odd one at the start of the day. It's fine. It's okay. But let's just not make it consistent, shall we, lads? But no, overall, we've had a pretty smooth sail throughout most of the playoffs. Very few technical issues. And when we've had the leaving the last one the other day, here on Inferno, it was a good laugh. Good little debate.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed that a lot. I enjoyed that a lot.
It's a good
also, I'm enjoying this, by the way. They've all bought AWPs. Oh man.
Oh yeah, of course,
Funny
because they just got all the money for that.
So...
That's going to be reset anyway. Why not? Why not? Who needs armor?
All got the same skin? What's going on here?
I know, and the fact that they all got the same skin and it's an Asimov. Ugh. Awful skin.
Whoa.
I hate Asimovs. Hate it.
Whoa.
Hate
Wait a minute.
Asimovs.
Wait a minute.
Hate them. They're so ugly.
That is so out of pocket, man. That is unbelievable.
So ugly, Asimovs.
It's one of the most legendary skin lines in the game. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
they're all good.
Doo-doo. The AK, the AK is awful. I don't hate the AWP that much.
Oh,
the AK is horrendous.
I'll not have that.
Especially,
the AK's fine.
Especially
it's not great.
With how many,
it looks the best on the AWP for sure.
With how many good AK skins there is. Like how much is an Asimov? Like an AK Asimov? It's gonna be like what? Like
maybe 50 quid. Yeah.
Okay, let me look. AK Asimov, Faknu. Wow. Okay, no. Okay, Faknu's 200 quid. 200 quid.
Faknu's a bit crazy though. You don't need it.
Yeah.
You don't need it factory new.
Okay.
You need it like field tested and it's fine.
Okay, even Minware is 44 quid. For like 5 quid more, you can get a Bloodsport Faknu, which is just way better. You know what I mean? Like that's why I'm looking at this. Just
I'd maybe agree with you on that, but like I can't have you blasphemy. It's like a legendary thing, man.
Overrated.
And one of I will say one of the best skins in the game is the Asimov Black Scope, like the AWP.
Yes. Okay.
The battle scar one. If you get like a really good one where the body is nice and clean, but the scope is like black color.
It's that I agree with. You got to. There's very few of them. They're very expensive. But I absolutely agree. They're very good.
That was crazy. That was really yeah, it really took me back. A lot of control to not get angry. Oh my goodness!
No.
What has happened? Oh my lord! That is a great flash from Starry, by the way, blinding like all of them. They have discovered, it's a big stack. Let's get this bomb down on B. That is indeed the smart move. And funnily enough, the Mongols with their buy were in the mood for a bit of a rush. So they've only retrieved 2 MAC-10s and a Galil. Obviously, the aim punch will become a factor here. The AKs are a big deal because you've got that one tap. If you get the angle, you can find the frags. Techno peeks out, finds 2, sets up a third. Oh my goodness, 4K. In for Techno, the Molotov making all the difference. Senzu now surely is in a good enough position to get this one. Tap onto the bomb, playing it patiently. He loves it. Here's the footsteps. He knows what's coming his way, and he will indeed find the frag. 5v2 against the Eco. Very well retrieved by the Mongols. It is a shame for Lynn Vision that they didn't, get another AK or whatever, right? Like, 4 of them fighting at that range probably would have been able to trade a hell of a lot faster. It does make a difference that they only had a couple MAC-10s in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, no matter which way you take it, it's a win in the kind of the books of Lynn Vision. They've absolutely decimated that economy over towards the Mongols. They've put them in kind of a really weird case where it's no longer a bonus buy like to talk of here. This is a full buy coming through, and all things considered, Lynn Vision, while they didn't win out the round, they can take a lot of positives away from it. A 2-0 start, but a shaky one at that. Lynn Vision into a full buy of their own. There's a double Galil to work with for the Mongols, so it's not exactly a dream scenario. Senzu, he's now a bit of a known quantity. That first Oranges player would have heard him fail that half-wall jump. So, I know there's a couple of players up here, and Amelia spotted one as well.
Yeah, decent rotation of utility. Slow them down for now. But the Mongols are happy enough to back off at this point. Techno looking for a bit of a lurk play. Oh, dink for dink. It's a nice find. The B bomb site now very vulnerable indeed. Amelia taking a lot of damage for not much return. Eventually goes down, in fact. Meanwhile, towards middle, the lurking players dealt with. So a 3 versus 3 quite quickly, but Techno is so deep in towards CT. He doesn't quite know where to look. They don't check him anyway. He's done the damage. He's got the info. Going to be difficult here for the Lynn Vision boys to make their way in. G is very low indeed, and there's no kit. So there's a lot working against the CT side for this retake here, but they will look to give it a go. Decent nade, brings Blitz down. Oh. No one peeking. No one giving them the chance. They will move to save.
Yeah. They are calling it. I think I can kind of understand it as well, because just because of that time being so far ticked, and also, most importantly, they didn't have a kit. So they did have to just call for it, unfortunately. TheMongolz, another scare, slightly avoided. Will be a 3-0 start, all things considered. So that's all that we care about right now. Close, but no cigar. Envision, I think they're going to have some level of a force buy around here, just because those 2 save weapons. They can drop over a couple more. So G and Starry can drop over M4s, and then just somebody will be on the likes of a Famos. They could force in here, no problems. But it's looking like they're not going to go to. I'm actually quite surprised they don't go back into this. I mean, maybe the other side of things, they could have an Hawkpad in play towards the next round, but they could have already taken it back to them. The Mongols economy is still so fragile. I always want to just keep the pressure on. They're continuously making these rounds so close. And Starry showing why. 1, G, in for a trade. Looks for a second. Can't quite confirm it, but it's so damn close.
Absolutely wild move from Lynn Vision to kick this round off, but we are definitely here for it. Taking so many fights, so much aggression. Mzinho out towards long. Oh no, catches him having a conversation outside the library. Oh,
discussing
goodness.
the new wine on offer.
Yeah. Oh god, that is very awkward indeed. Still on though, still on. Maybe for just a second. Big find from Senzu. You know, if Saka had looked down second middle, could have been a different story. Just wasn't expecting him there. Not that you would at this point, right? You got a player in towards the site itself. It's like, why is the other guy so far away from the action? But just leaves Westmelon. Might just grab this AK and save. Ooh, not a bad move. Crept in. That was nearly very clean, but just wasn't aware of the graveyard guy.
That's pretty close. That was actually pretty close. If you had just caught a bit of time in there, it would have been very, very messy. Yeah, I'm not too sure what was happening over towards library. Mother's meeting going on there. Discussing the new changes to the town. Library turned into wine cellar. But
yeah.
Lads, you know, time and place, fellas. You know what I mean? Like, we're in a playoff game. Pro League spot on the line. Yeah, I don't need to see what a consortium of Reds are on offer this week, all right? Let's save that. Let's save that for the break, shall we? 4-0 start. The Mongols thriving right now. The Lynn Vision in towards that buy that we spoke of. And G has pulled out the AWP. So this is where maybe things can start to step up a tad. And for Lynn Vision, that needs to happen sooner rather than later. 4-0 start on the T side of Inferno. Ain't too shabby at all. Oh, Techno's a lucky boy to still be alive, though. G expected it. Somehow only guessed the tag.
Yeah.
It looked like it hit him in the body as well, so it might be just
really
through the corner of half wall, I think.
Potentially. But then it feels like leg damage. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, a bit of a weird one, but he remains alive, and it could make all the difference here. G's gone for a rotation on that orb, though. They're not expecting 2 out towards long this fast. You know, they really haven't shown that much A presence. Really, really smart read from Lynn Vision. Techno with the bomb is going to go creeping in towards CT. Oh, could get the drop here. Could get the drop. He's not even going to check it. Amelia's not going to see it. Wait, did not just see him? Oh my god. What is going on? This is so wild. I mean, he's still in behind and they have no idea.
Oh my god.
But that is unreal. No. And Starry is just aware enough, you know, got that sight line in his vision, not enough HP. Techno to find the kill. Ah, bro, if only he'd killed the CT guy and gone B, we'd have a very different round, but that is not how it's panned out here. Mzinho should be dealt with swiftly.
And on the other side as well, if he had found that Baug player, and then of course he would have just lined up the AWP pretty easily too, then things could have been pretty damn exciting. But they're all if buts and maybes. What we know is an absolute is Lynn Vision have found their first round on the board. Finally as well. Much better in terms of just taking those early fights and the AWP getting active, exactly what you want to see. It was walking a bit of thin ice there for Lynn Vision, with all things considered. Getting that round over the board and getting it with a couple of players, or 3 players remaining still alive, is basically all that matters here. So a 4-1 scoreline. Mongols, unfortunately, down to a... It's a forced buy, but it's a half buy. You've got 1 Galil, 1 Mac 10, a couple of Tech 9s, and a Deagle. But I did say, be wary of these. They can be a little bit fearsome. Starry avoids the flash just about. Tries to go quick towards top A, and now they might double back towards B. These fast tempo Mongols rounds are very scary.
Yeah, really speeding in here. Westmelon can't really stop them. Emilio waiting for a flash to come in. Does find a double. That is ridiculous. Oh, but Techno so quick with it round the corner. Up shot going to miss here. G's got to be careful not to go down. Really, the hopes of the retake rest on his shoulders a little bit, but they are being kept fully at bay. 3 of them in from CT as well is really just not a great spot. Let's see. This is going to be a tough one. Flash comes round. Still not really able to break any ground, though, on that Lynn Vision side. They're still feeling it. They're still going for it. I don't know what to say, man. This is not looking too good if you ask me. They've got to move fast. There's Techno in behind. Going to pick up on the carnage, pick up on all the fights going down. However, just Senzu left. Is there enough time to get on the bomb? It's going to be awfully close. I'm not sure that he's got it. G is out of there, but it doesn't matter. Starry gets the defuse, and they will win the round.
Ooh, that was not nice at all. That very, very nearly went south. But again, you can kind of take a slight positive away from that. The Mongols have just come away with, what, 3 out of 5 kills there. And a bomb plant, all things considered. On a low buy like that, you take a positive. I said those Mongols half-buy rounds are so scary. I guess the main thing is the fact that it wasn't converted. Against New Happy yesterday, so many of those went in favor of the Mongols, and it really was a pretty tough thing to watch. Thankfully, not the case here. We're okay. Pause to be called as well. Time for a conversation. A 4-2 score line. It's Lynn Vision starting to at least close down that gap a little bit, but there's a no buy here, so we'd expect that nonetheless. It's about what Mongols can continue back in towards the full buys. This round a little bit of a throwaway. A couple of Deagles, maybe a couple of consolation kills, but we're not really going to expect anything in the sense of a round.
Up from Zaka to open this one. Looking good against the Deagles then. Crazy force buy wins here. Ooh. Tag through the wall. Should be all good from here, I think. Mongols, now the mission is like just trying to find 1 headshot. The round itself, just not going to happen, to be honest. 2 in towards long. Well, maybe even 3 in towards long, technically speaking. There goes Mzinho. Westmelon round for the double kill. Will indeed get it done, and there was a trade on short there. So, all good. Getting that 3rd. Using the 1 player isn't the end of the world. Here we are back into another rifle buy, though. Mongols, their lead is severely under threat here.
I do need to be a little careful. It's starting to look shaky, to say the least. But that was a round that we don't expect all too much from. 4-3. Now back into the buy. Techno down to just a Galil, but all things considered, it's a little bit more comfortable. I am surprised, though, that they put Techno on the Galil rather than swapping him with the likes of kind of Blitz or a 9-10. Both on kind of 1 kill apiece. Techno's on 9. Don't really want him on the AK. He's been pretty crisp as well. Well, maybe you got to use those AKs to prop up the players who are a little bit quieter so far. Senzu taking a lot of damage with that smoke. He's just going to fall away off Banana. Doesn't want to fight anymore there. Pretty understandable. He was isolated.
Yeah. Quiet, though, all of a sudden. After, you know, so much early aggression attempted, it really has slowed back down. Minute left on the clock, thereabouts. Mongols just chilling, you know? So much utility left for Lynn Vision, though, with a minute in the round. It is crazy. There goes a lot of it as Zaka falls. for best engagement. G going to find the back end of Mzinho while the flash comes round. It is a bit of a fake out towards A here. Blitz getting deep into CT. Going to run into Amelia in just a second, who surely should be expecting him. Indeed. Oh, but Blitz transfers. Gets that crosshair lined up mid-spray, leaving Westmelon to be the hero of the round. And, of course, Envision, no real idea of where this bomb is going, to be honest. So the rotations are going to be so late. He is by himself. No comms, no support. And he's only able to find one. Now, a lot of damage has been done. I would say a decent retake is on the cards. And they are feeling it. They are indeed going to go for it here on the CT side.
But Techno, crisp as all hell. And looking for a double, he gets so damn close. Blitz in 9-10. My God, they are so low. And Starry going to make sure that they know it. He knows the last place into a CT as well. Flash came from the nade will come on the corner. Won't go deep enough to catch Blitz on the cross. Starry try. Blitz not facing. Time started to tick as well. Starry needs to go on it now. I don't think he has time regardless. Whew. So he gets the kills, but the round's going to go in favor of the Mongols. And with nobody staying alive as well, the real kind of saving grace, I guess you could say, for Lynn Vision is, you know, unfortunately they do lose the round, but they're going to have a much better investment in towards the next. There is very little money to work with for the Mongols. Mostly going to be on towards Galil's more than AKs. And if anyone goes for AK, they're going to go for AK half armor, which against M4s is not something you'd want to do. So as you can see, double AK setup, triple Galil. The Mongols' money gets shattered there by all 5 kills coming through. But again, all that matters is just putting that round on the board. And again, from Techno, nice kind of kill coming through him to thrust his team into kind of a 1v3. He needed to find at least one there. If he put 9-10 and Blitz into a 2v2 retake with both of them on like 5 points of HP, there's no chance. Right, thankfully, it's okay. Zaka, good off angle here. So when you push up second mid, you don't see his head. You don't see anything until you come around the corner. But at this point, you wouldn't be checking here anyway. It's not an angle that basically gets held for. And it's pretty good. It's normally a bit of a one and done, in all fairness. Up, off the shoulder, miss shots.
Out in towards middle, the Mongols looking to gain some decent control, but they actually have a lot of ground to retake. They don't really know it. You know, Zaka in towards second mid hit. This is such a weird angle. Oh, but he's going to be spotted there, and he gets taken down. Just not fully aware of how chunky he was around that corner. I think really playing it close to the wire. Maybe a shadow spotted, but either way, unfortunate. A misstep for sure. Starry in the apartments, another player that may well not be expected. You're having a laugh. What is that timing? Oh my goodness. Techno, the luckiest man alive. That kill comes in. That forces the save. And Mongols holding on to their lead pretty comfortably now as they stretch it to 6.
Yeah, and now this is starting to go from kind of being, you know, a close affair and a kind of a game on our hands here. It's actually becoming pretty one-sided. A 60 scoreline. 6 already on that T side. This is decent work coming through from the Mongols. Lynn Vision right now can't compete. This is a kind of a fan favorite map within the region. And, well, at the moment, the Mongols showing their prowess on it. Interesting enough as well, I saw a kind of statistic the other day in Faceit currently of kind of all the Faceit players, which they've just cracked 30 million Faceit users that have been registered. So a lot of players in every Faceit game. Inferno is the least played map, which surprised me. All the
that
maps.
is interesting.
Inferno.
That is very interesting, actually.
Rock bottom. I'll try and find that tweet again. But yeah, Inferno is rock bottom. But definitely something that I wouldn't expect. You know, it's obviously the pug is paradise to a degree, but I think it only had like an 11% like played, something along those lines.
My thought is that, you know, it's maybe a bit overdone and it can be a bit boring, but then also like it's not a very buggy map, I feel. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a little bit more mind game, there's a little bit more team play that goes on to have an effective Inferno. Like, we see it a lot at the top level, and it can be a bit stale at the top level. When it comes to, you know, you just solo queuing and you're an aimer, right? I think it's a bit harder to pull off than you might think. So, whereas other maps, most other maps, maybe like Nuke, but even then, you can just sort of rush everywhere, can't you? Whereas doing that on Inferno is a little harder these days.
Just to correct myself, it's not all face users, it's FPL, so it's pros, which actually...
Oh, okay, right, that makes... Now it makes way more sense.
Way more sense,
Now it makes way more sense. Okay.
Flash in the corner.
So, like, I'm sick of this goddamn map.
Yeah, and I feel them. Oh, Westman, I thought he spotted the head, but he didn't. Techno will find him above that smoke. Speaking of, another one will come through as well. There's a huge gap in it. Amelia's in a lot of trouble. There's no chance they're getting away with anything here. Nate comes in towards Paul. Won't even break the smoke as well. G can take a pop shot, but this has got to be a safe call very early. And actually, well, Zach is lucky that Senzu actually pulls off the angle there. It looked like if Senzu had just held down the fight, Zach was going to fall. If 3 remain alive, Linvision can reinvest in. If only 2 remain alive, it's a different story. But they are going to go for a hunt. Look at this already. You got Mzinho and Techno running for fights. And 9-10 going to join the pack as well. They're going to go and launch their way over towards the A side. Make sure that nothing is saved over. And if they do, that's going to put a lot of pressure back on towards that CT economy. Yes, they can buy, but long term, I don't know how well, because Techno is so crisp. Molotov going to come through, flash in the corner as well on site. MP 9 for 1. This is a desperate push to stay alive. And 9-10's got a lot of ideas. So well played. There's an AWP, but the feet didn't even realize. Thankfully, Senzu does. And he will pick it up. Mongols find 7. They drop every Linvision player as well. That will really put them in a nice position too. Well played. Very well played indeed. Mongols now pulling away with this T side. Actually,
yeah, getting to that scary point, isn't it, really?
Yeah, I'm going to say, just to mention, back on towards that map popularity, what would you assume is the most popular?
What, in FPL?
In FPL, yeah. Oh, actually, give me a top 3.
Okay, top 3. That's pretty good. Mirage.
Yeah, that's number 1.
Yep.
About 30% played, I think. 31%. It's pretty good.
Overpass?
No, Overpass is
really?
second to last. 6.5%.
Holy heck. Ancient.
That's number 2.
Ain't no way Vertigo's in there.
No, Vertigo is third to last, 8.2%.
That still surprises me.
Yeah.
That still surprises me because I know pros hate that map.
Yeah.
Nuke?
No, that's in the middle, 4th.
So the other one, Anubis.
Anubis was number 3, yeah.
Anubis is number 3. That's crazy.
Yeah, 16%.
I guess they want to get reps on it, I suppose.
Yeah,
but...
maybe. It's quite puggy, I guess, in a way. So I can kind of understand it to a
yeah, I
degree.
suppose. Yeah. I'd just be falling asleep playing that map all the time, though. You just sit there for a minute.
That's true.
You know,
It's very true.
not as many stakes on the line. Just want to get in there and click some heads. Speaking of clicking, not necessarily heads, but G clicks on the body of Senzu, and the game registers that as a hit, and then he's dead.
He's spot on. You're all right.
That's exactly how it works. All right, BXQ going to be coming through here from the Mongols. G, nearly gets taken down, doesn't he, on his way out? It's all a bit of a bait play. Big trade from Techno there. Is it going to be enough, though, is the question here. Looking very good for Linvision. G just trying to stay alive, and he will do so. Oh, my goodness gracious. What a hold from Nubox.
My, oh my. That is how you isolate fights, ladies and gents. That was beautiful to watch. Wonderful work coming through from G, and he makes it look, well, simply put, easy. It's wonderful, man. The way in which he fights time and time again. I mean, obviously, a lot of question marks have to come through from the lack of trades. And of course, I guess 9-10 back turned. It was a less than adequate T-side round there. Heading in towards the final round of the half as well. 7-4 scoreline. Mongols with that 3-round buffer. They'd love to make it an 8-4 half. 7-5, however, then puts a little bit of pressure on them. All it would take was Linvision and a pistol round, and it's game right back on. So I think they themselves know, I guess, maybe how shaky things could be. We did have a little tech pause, but we have been informed it's only a brief one. So don't worry, sit tight. It should be fine and okay in just a second. But yeah, all things considered, I think right now, it's been a bit of a recovery coming through from what we've seen out of the Linvision side. It's still not exactly been a comfortable half by any means, but at this point, they'll kind of take anything.
True, very true. Yeah. We have said in the past, it does feel like, you know, the 7-5 is kind of what you want to be aiming for, but an 8-4 is workable. It just doesn't feel that great. I think there is still a bit of layover, let's say, from Go, where being below 5 isn't the best feeling in the world.
Yeah.
I think that is going to be the case for a long, long time before teams get super comfortable. 9-10 going to open up onto West Melon. He was melting anyway, so not quite sure what the game plan was. Smoke comes in. It's a bit late. Starry, though, what are you doing here, my guy? Oh, and the comms are a bit shaky. He nearly comes away with 2. It's actually Zaka that's finding the kills there from the mid-room, somehow still alive. Oh, my God, this is crazy right now. Nice bait out from Mzinho. Brings it down to just 1 on A for now. 10 out towards long quite quick. Surely goes down here. Yes, he does. Just going to be on Mzinho. I mean, he's got more HP than these boys combined. So maybe a chance for him. 1 bullet on each. Going to be easy, though. He's moving across towards B.
So, in they come. He's going to get a bit of a freebie of a plant. It's all real questions about that post plant now. Deep smoke going to come through. I like that call. That gives him a lot of breathing room. Can play out through church. Can play basically anywhere on site as well. And the main thing about this is that kind of allows for Mzinho to try and isolate fights. He's going to look towards Banana, and that's where both are coming from. So this is where this fight becomes very awkward. They are both low. Being held here on the swing. Lines them up. 1 bullet, 2 kills. Abu. Mzinho will close it 8-4. Great heart for the Mongols. Can they carry it on after the break?
Welcome back in, folks. We are here into the second half. Mongols with a pretty hefty lead. 8 rounds is a good number. They can get themselves up to 10 off the back of the pistol, then they are really in for a great map here. But we'll see. Flash lined up. Oh, it's a contact flash as well. It may well be perfect, you know. Techno's already found 2. Waiting for a bit of an assist to come in. It doesn't really look like it's going to be required. They will make it out for now with a solid man advantage, and Lynn Vision kind of committing towards the B side of things. Not going to be easy here.
Not at all. Ooh, Westmoreland will find Techno. Senzu desperately trying to keep this one alive. Oh my god, West from Starry. That is absolute sense. So onto Starry. That second shot, may I say, from Senzu is insane. The first one was good, but the second is something else. Dancing around the fountain itself, and my oh my. That's now put this into dire straits. 8-4 is somewhat recoverable. 9-4, which then realistically, without the bomb plant, more or less becomes 10-4, is so damn difficult. That swing and find from Senzu is insane. What a pistol coming out from him. Had a quiet game, Senzu, but you picked this moment.
Just the one flash here for Westmelon. Gonna try and burst out somewhere and pick off a kill. If they could get a bomb plant, that would be great. But one would think not too likely. 9-10 is a serial second round ecoer, by the way. Not many players go for this. It can be quite risky. Especially if they force up, you know, you put yourself on a even playing field. But if it works, you get your AWP early. But he's indeed done this a couple times. Techno in behind. Easy cleanup. Just Zaka and Westmelon. There you go. Always happy for a kill when you've got the minimal investment. Senzu has a sneaky feeling. Oh, there's someone down below. Okay, he's going to get out of there quick. I thought he might get timed on. In the end, all good. 10th round secured. Lynn Vision got to start putting them on the board now. Yeah,
it is basically now or never. There's no two ways about it. When you look at this game and the way it's set up, we have a pretty big disparity in rounds. And I think all things considered, Lynn Vision know that better than anybody. A 10-4 scoreline. Basically, all it takes is one more round out of Mongols, and that Lynn Vision economy gets shattered once again, and before you know it, in a lot of trouble. So, let's see. Lynn Vision, all the pressure on their shoulders. At the very least, they got to buy to speak of 9-10 in tools that AWP that we like to talk about. Pop shot, no find, and now that's a known quantity. Lynn Vision knows an AWP into the side. They're going to be a little bit wary of it. Anything that worries me in these sort of buys, you know, you talk about 9-10 being a serial ecoer. He is. Anything that worries me, if the rest of the team struggle, because they've got the lesser firepower, he then becomes vulnerable. But Senzu says, don't worry, I got this. 2 through the smoke, and nearly a third. G is lucky to still be alive.
It's not looking good, man. Not looking good at all. They're going to rotate back around and try and give the A-bomb site a go, but there just doesn't appear to be any openings available for Lynn Vision. Flash going to come round. Yes, it gets them the brackets control. Kind of gives their position away, though, doesn't it? You can see the rotation now fully coming in and committed. Only leaving one over on the B-bomb site as well. Mongols are ready. Mongols are very ready, and Lynn Vision stuck for ideas, hoping that a peak comes their way, but I don't think the CT side are really going to move off their defensive positions.
I think you're right. I don't really need to. Let Seki spots anything here, more or less. He doesn't have to fight. He can let the brackets player do a lot of the dirty work, which is lining up 2, but only gets 1. Senzu, nearly an opportunity for another double. Thankfully, Blitz will bail him out. That should be the round. 1v3 and G is so low. Blitz, hello. What are you doing? On the corner there. Nearly looking a little uncomfortable. We'll get round. G's got an AK to work with, but 15 seconds. Saving with the only thing he could do. And 9-10 at range will pick him off for the AWP. That's going to be 11. And that, again, reaffirms the idea of what we were talking about. A dominant first map here from the Mongols. A 12 should come through no real bother because, unfortunately, Lynn Vision just do not have the funds to speak of. It all started so well here for Senzu. 2.5 kills, more or less. And we nearly lined up another 2 as well. Really great round from him. He's walking away with, like, about 400 damage in that round. It's pretty nuts. Let's see, though, for Lynn Vision. Tech 9s, they can be scary occasionally, and they're going to try and go quick.
Oh, the collat does land. It doesn't come up in the kill feed, but one bullet, nearly 2 kills, and so much damage, of course. Senzu will go down. Kind of a wild peak there, my guy. You know, getting his USP out, just wanting all those eco frags, I suppose. He's having a decent game. Not quite as good as Techno, but still feeling good. Zaka remains alone. He's picked up an M4. Maybe we do need to watch out here. Techno low towards dark. And 910's also pretty low. Flash is there, but it's ineffective. He's not picked up the bomb now. That's the one thing that he maybe forgot about here. Maybe thought he had picked it up. So that's certainly going to come back to affect him. And I think these two players that have rotated in have just about got eyes on it. They will at the very least, know when he picks it up, holding the angle. Zaka does well to find the frag, but not going to be able to win the round out. 12-4, 8 in a row from Lynn Vision here. This is a very, very poor Inferno so far.
Yeah, it's unfortunately just never really come to fruition. It's been, one side has been honestly pretty simple, and even in that sort of round as well, you try and step up the tempo, you try and go a little bit quicker, and you're very quickly put back in your place. I mean, credit has to be said, the Mongols, I'll take anything away from them. They have shown their prowess and shown it in a really, really big fashion. I really don't think there's I don't think there's too much more to bring to the table in terms of a kind of a conversation. Lynn Vision never stepped up in this map at all. There's a lot of history between these two sides as well. A lot of times they've played against each other. Both kind of winning kind of HTV officials, but even kind of prior to that, they played a lot of times in qualifiers, a lot of time in kind of domestic competitions too. And honestly, Lynn Vision more often than not are the side who have kind of led the bulk of these matchups. They've always been the slightly better team in the head-to-heads. It's not showing here. Mongols, really nice work. 12-4. Final attempt for Lynn Vision to stay alive. What have they got to work with? 910 holding in towards Mexi in case anybody peeks. Nade will come through, but it's actually Senzu who takes the initial point of damage, and Techno will fall.
Big kill as well. That is the danger man taken down. Obviously, B bomb site left a bit weaker, and they're not going to go rushing straight in. The Molotov keeps them... they are still feeling pretty confident for this B hit here. Blitz committing wildly to the spray down. Senzu, so much damage has been done. A good opportunity for him to rack up a couple of kills, and he will do just that. Bomb is stuck inside the smoke. What the heck is going on? Starry's lurking away, finding a frag on A. Amelia brings it down to a 3 versus 2. This is all over the shop right now. Sensu's still alive at the back end of the site, but he's so incredibly low. If he can get one more, it would be huge. I think they are ready for him here. They will indeed get him easily enough. Mzinho for a double kill to end the game here and now, but Lynn Vision in a pretty good spot to extend this one. We'll see what the rotator can get done. Spotted. Really well played there from Amelia on the side peak, on the shoulder peak. And Mzinho now, position to be known, making so much noise, gets the smoke out at the wrong time, and he will indeed fall. Lynn Vision clinging on.
Fine margins indeed, but all things considered, this is still a marathon of a journey for Lynn Vision to get back in towards this game. Is it possible? Who knows? I mean, this has been so far so good for the Mongol side, and even then, you know, the fact that we're talking about Lynn Vision walking away with only 2 out of the remaining 5, and it still is going to put, like we said, a little bit of kind of pressure on that economy. G's only down towards the Galil now. I mean, he could have had an AK, but it would have much... Yeah, well, actually, he could have had an AK. I don't actually know why he's on the Galil. It's like, he's got 1.3 left in his back pocket. I don't actually know why he's on the Galil. It's map point, mate. You've got to just play with the best of what you got, but... I guess, in a way, maybe expecting a lesser buy coming forward for the Mongols, so hoping that he can save money for an AWP later down the line. The long-term approach, which I guess is a good thing that Lynn Vision are thinking is a possibility, does just feel weird when you could have got an AK alongside all that util. But still, on the corner, UMP, not a gun you see all too often, and, well, that's why. Senzu will fall flat, damage done back, but Amelia's still alive.
Creeping up banana here, Lynn Vision. Liking how the B bomb site feels after the previous round. Oh, alright. Trading guns. Amelia on the Galil, unlucky. Utility out as well. It looks like they will go for this B hit. 35 seconds to get it pulled off. They've obviously got an AWP to get through. A responsive smoke immediately from Techno there. Are they going to go through it? They're going to nade it. They're going to give it a look. 9-10 for one. Techno flashed off its blitz through the smoke. He's done so much damage. Oh, Techno should be able to capitalize here. They're not even expecting him, right? Thinking that it is only 2 on this B bomb site. But no, a gamble rotate from the Mongols has really paid off. Techno just going to give them the space as well, looking to stay alive. Smoke goes down, drops that bomb, almost in for the second. Surely it has been set up for Mzinho. 5 seconds, bomb plant coming in. Mzinho trying to just commit round the corner. It's so awkward. He doesn't know where to go, where to look, but he's still going to find the headshot nonetheless. And the Mongols have done it in swift fashion here. 13-5. The Inferno continues to look good.
Yeah, really, really dominant stuff coming through. Lynn Vision just barely scratching the surface in that game, and that's exactly what we wanted to see coming out of them. Very simple, very effective. People stepping up in big ways. Techno having an amazing game as well. 24 kills to his name is what you want to see. Your big fragger stepping up in a big way, and well, putting Lynn Vision to rest pretty easily. I mean, of course, they're kind of head-to-head in a way in towards the matchup as him versus Starry.